Showers and storms making their way across the state right now. We had a pretty soggy start to the day here in Arkansas, and some severe storms may come later. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. I'm Jurnee Taylor here with meteorologist Scott Covert. I guess at this point, what should we know on this Wednesday?
You know, the first thing you should know, Jurnee, is I hear right now in downtown Little Rock, they're testing the tornado sirens. It's just a test. There's no actual threat. I think that threat is there for later this evening, but those sirens that are sounding in Little Rock right now are just a test. I want to be really clear about that. We are expecting some severe weather, especially later this evening. Now, right now, statewide, we are seeing scattered showers and some thunderstorms. Nothing severe, but if you're going to be out and about here on your lunch break, you might want the rain gear. We're seeing these very scattered showers continuing to track generally off towards the east, northeast. Russellville, we've had a decent amount of showers this morning. Conway's probably going to see some rain again here real shortly. Searcy had a good thunderstorm early this morning. Drying out right now, but some showers certainly to the north of town. Mountain View, you're probably hearing all of that thunder. You're seeing the lightning in that storm. It's not severe. Here's the risk going into the evening and overnight hours. We're upgraded to a level 3 potential here in Orange, and we're looking at a level 2 for the metro area. All hazards, including damaging winds. That's probably going to be our largest concern, followed by some hail, and there is going to be a potential of a tornado. Can't rule that out. There are enough ingredients that I think before we go to bed tonight, maybe even as early evening, we'll probably have a tornado watch in effect. It's warm in South Arkansas, 80s and 90s where we've had cloud cover and rain. Right now we're in the 70s. Forecast for today takes Little Rock to 94, partly cloudy skies with some of those PM thunderstorms. I'll take a look at future radar, let you know when you can expect those storms to roll through your neck of the woods. Here coming right up.
In a THV 11 update, supporters and leaders within Pine Bluff School District have something to celebrate today. Voters approved a millage increase to fund a new high school. The final count was 1,740 for the millage and 1,060 against. Now that's about 62 to 38%. The vote still has to be certified. Now the millage hike will raise about $70 million for a new high school, with the state covering more than $12 million. The aging Pine Bluff campus was built back in 1950s. And in a closely watched election nationwide, supporters of abortion rights in Ohio are claiming a huge victory after voters rejected a measure that would have made it harder to amend the state constitution. Republicans wanted to change the law ahead of a scheduled vote on abortion rights in November.
Supporters of Issue 1 made the ultimate tactical error, and they have unleashed a movement that I promise you is not going away tomorrow.
I think this proves that when voters look at the issues and when the legislature and Republicans overstep, Ohioans will push back.
Now, the results will keep in place a simple majority threshold needed to pass a constitutional amendment in Ohio, 50% plus one vote. The proposal had aimed to raise it to 60%. More than 3 million Ohioans turned out in this off-year special election. Happening today, it's the last chance for veterans to apply for some PACT Act benefits. The act expands VA health care for vets exposed to burn pits, Agent Orange, and other toxic substances. Sarah Bakowitz shares what to know about filing and where to turn for help.
Today marks the anniversary of the PACT Act, and it also serves as a deadline for veterans to file or submit an intent to file in order to receive backdated benefits to last year. But don't worry if you feel lost. The Little Rock VA says they're ready to help. A year ago, President Biden signed the PACT Act into law, expanding health benefits for veterans exposed to burn pits and other toxins. Today, North Little Rock's VA is helping hundreds of veterans file claims for those benefits.
A lot of it covers toxic exposures and also new presumptive illnesses or diseases for our Vietnam veteran and our Gulf War veterans as well.
Wednesday is the filing deadline for back pay on the last year. This week, the VA's phone lines and regional office have been busy.
We're there to assist them in a lot of these new toxin issues that we haven't seen in the past.
Part of the process typically includes a screening for toxic exposure performed by people like Nurse Crystal Pearson.
Do you feel like there's any health condition that you have today that is a result of that exposure? And what kind of resources can I connect you with?
She says it's typically a quicker process than people think.
We just want to encourage you, file your claims. If you don't ask for it, we don't know. And if you don't file a claim, the answer is definitely a no, right?
But on Wednesday, if you don't file, you can still submit an intent to file.
With this intent to file, that gives them an additional year to file their PACT Act claim.
And if you miss that too, you can still submit a claim, just without the back pay.
This PACT Act will go on forever. This is the benefit you've earned, you've deserved as Americans, veterans, and heroes. We owe it to you.
Sarah Horbakowitz, THV 11 News.
And as mentioned, just to clarify, PACT Act benefits go beyond today's deadline, but after today, those benefits will not be backdated. Staff will be open to help veterans file claims today at Building 111 at the North Little Rock Regional Office, and a phone number is posted in this article on our website at thv11.com. Meanwhile, more Arkansans have been taken off Medicaid after another round of redeterminations. You can see here more than 82,000 people were removed last month. The Department of Human Services restarted eligibility checks in April when the COVID public health emergency ended. The state says there are now more than halfway through the unwinding process. Governor Sarah Sanders has appointed a new health secretary. Renee Mallory has been serving as the interim since the governor took office, and now she'll continue as the official replacement. Mallory is a nurse with more than 30 years of experience in the department, including chief of staff and deputy director. She's from Pike County and graduated from Henderson State University. Now to a developing story. Attorney General Tim Griffin wants a lawsuit that's challenging the ban on hemp products to be thrown out. That ban is Act 629, and it outlaws items like Delta 8 and others containing THC. The plaintiffs say the act is unconstitutional since hemp production is legal under federal law. But Griffin says states can pass items like this and that it's unlikely the companies will succeed in overturning it. It's now been 86 days since Amir Ellis was last seen in Hot Springs. Since then, there's been no trace of him. Yesterday, Ellis's mother went to the hearings for two people accused of kidnapping him, hoping to find out where he is. Ashley Godwin reports.
It feels like it's getting harder, most days.
It's been almost 3 months since Jessica Ellis, Amir's mother, has seen him.
Yeah, I just haven't gotten no answers, really.
Nathaniel Speed and Alexia Chambers were arrested for the kidnapping of Amir. They are now facing trial for those charges. Speed's most recent trial was pushed again, this time until October.
So I'm just trying to still be patient and understanding and hopeful.
In the meantime, Jessica's makes sure her son's name stays out there.
Everywhere I go, they're going to see Amir's face.
The Morgan Nick Foundation helped her to create a decal for the back of her car that shows a picture of Amir and his information, along with a number to call if he's seen.
And so it's really important for his family to continue to get that word out to the community because someone knows where he is.
The foundation has helped the family in other ways too, from getting thousands of posters across Arkansas to helping navigate searches.
It is such strength coming together with other families. It strengthens everyone, your hope, your resolve, your ability to fight. And so while it can be painful to have all of that emotion in a room, everybody walks away from that stronger.
And to Jessica, she finds her strength in hoping to see Amir again.
To me, that means that somebody may see it and they may know something.
Ashley Godwin, THV 11 News.
Chambers' next hearing is at the end of this month. A minor was also taken into custody in connection to Amir's kidnapping. The case has been placed under a gag order by the Garland County judge, which means no other details can be released. The school year is making its way back. As students prepare for new studies, many districts are faced with the challenge of keeping teachers. Teacher retention is an issue many schools are dealing with, especially districts in the Delta, which has had difficulty getting and keeping educators. UAPB will take proactive measures through their education preparation program. The program aims to help teachers become licensed. Education Dean Kimberly Davis says she hopes this helps teachers stick around.
I think that's what really is the goal, is to encourage our students here to become teachers and also to stay here in Pine Bluff in the Arkansas Delta.
Davis says this program can have a full circle effect on the students, and they are more likely to follow in the footsteps of teachers from their area. While students and teachers prepare for the new school year, parents are also getting back in the routine of packing school lunches. However, many aren't aware about a potential health risk in your child's lunchbox. Michael George has more on this.
When Sarah Fisher packs a lunch for her 7-year-old, Harlow, she tries to balance healthy snacks with food she'll actually eat.
She'll ask for make her own style Lunchables, so I'll cut cheese up into squares. Sometimes we do it with a little turkey pepperoni and some crackers.
Healthy food is important, but there's another potential risk parents should consider when making a school lunch: foodborne illnesses.
Young children are a group of the population particularly susceptible to foodborne illness.
Sandra Eskin is part of the USDA's Food Safety Division. She says foodborne illnesses cause 128,000 hospitalizations and 3,000 deaths in the U.S. every year. One mistake parents make when making lunches is not keeping cold food at 40 degrees or lower to prevent bacteria. The old brown paper bag won't cut it.
There are small ice packs, there are small cold packs, and you can also use a juice box or a water bottle that you put in the freezer night before, and then you stick it in the lunchbox.
Eskin says when preparing a lunch, keep kitchen surfaces clean and keep raw meat away from other types of food. Many parents say they're mindful of the risks of letting food get contaminated.
That's always a big concern, making sure things stay fresh throughout the day.
I actually bought one of the little bento boxes that has the freezer part that attaches to it, so it stays in the freezer.
With just a few simple steps, parents and kids can get an A+ in food safety. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Well, experts also say any hot food should be kept above 140 degrees. A bottle of boiling water can be added to a lunchbox to keep food at an ideal temperature. The Martin Luther King Commission is hosting its back to school supply tour today. It kicked off at noon and it runs to 3. You can catch them at several locations. 3 are located in Little Rock and 2 are in North Little Rock. Hot Springs, Stuttgart, and Lowell also have 1 location each. The commission will continue the tour tomorrow evening in Smackover, and you can also find more information on those locations on THV11.com. Another back-to-school drive is taking place this weekend. The Little Rock PD is hosting its backpack drive-through. The event aims to help parents with students in grades 1 through 11. It starts Sunday morning at 10 o'clock at the State Fairgrounds. Kids have to be present to receive their bag. And while we're waiting for back to school, writers and actors are waiting to get back to work. After the break, a look at the strikes in Hollywood as they hit a milestone mark.
Showers and storms moving through parts of Arkansas. Looks like Little Rock and North Little Rock dry at the moment. That very well could change not only this afternoon, but especially going into the evening as our severe weather risk has increased. I've got brand new data for you coming up when THV 11 News at noon returns.